Hi, I'm Dodie, and I'm here today to share another dating tip with you. Let's talk about a common mistake many of us make, and I like to call this don't ignore your instincts. This tip can also help you with other relationship challenges, friendships, business relationships, that type of thing. Something I did wrong when I was dating was I used to ignore my instincts. You know that funny little feeling you get in your stomach when you sense something isn't quite right? I can't say this enough. Trust that feeling. It's there to alert you to take a closer look at something. I wanted so much to be in a relationship and feel that feeling of euphoric love that I would ignore what my instincts were telling me. Pay attention and figure out what that instinct is trying to tell you. It might just be a signal to tell you to double check something or take a closer look, and then everything might be fine when you do. However, it could be a big warning that could save you a great deal of heartache. As an example, here's an excerpt from my novel Penelope's Cruise. It's about one of Gina's boyfriends, Mark, the EMT. Quote, "But you know, when you're on autopilot, sometimes you miss signals that tell you should take a different path. That was true in Mark's case. He started calling regularly and would come over at the end of his shift. Sometimes he'd spend the night, and sometimes not, depending upon EMT needs. He gave me his cell phone number, and I could reach him almost all the time that way. But one day I asked him for his home phone, just in case. He said he didn't have a landline since he used his cell phone constantly, and it just didn't seem to make sense. Okay, that computed. Or did it? Finally, I suggested we go to his house, since I was curious about what his world looked like. He stopped for a second and then sat me down on the couch. I need to tell you something. I married and I have a son who is 8 years old and his name is Rich." Talk about a bubble bursting. I knew it was too good to be true. All those nights he would call to cancel a date because of an emergency call. No landline home phone number. He couldn't see me on Memorial Day because he was on duty. It all finally added up. But what would I do with all these feelings? I started to cry. I just wanted this, but it had to end. Thanks for listening. I hope I've helped you or someone you know with the challenges of dating. Stay tuned for another tip on these challenges of dating and relationships.